All right, a little rusty here, almost there. Interesting. Can't get the Constellation jingle logo to go. Here we go. Hello, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me here. Still in Barcelona, as you can see at the airport, collecting my thoughts about ADP's global customer event. For the global view customers, all of them using international HR, international payroll. Very good event here in Barcelona. Always good to have an event like this. Small compared to other user conferences in general, because this is a very exclusive, small club, you might say. Well, I have companies which do international business. Club has always a negative connotation, so we'll call it like this. So it's about 220 or so attendees. ADP did the homework and counted what's the total revenue aggregate across these companies are. And that's quite an impressive number, 3.5 trillion. If memory doesn't fool me, that's more than the GDP of Germany, Europe's largest economy. So quite a substantial amount of business done by these companies being present here, and for a lot of business being employees being paid through these companies here. So that would have been a number maybe for next time, for the next ReThink event. My takeaways: a very good event, like I said. Very thought-provoking, interesting speakers. Check out the agenda if it's public. Really unusual statements like from Laszlo Bock, no endorsement here, but saying like you have to pay your top people so much that it feels bad to a certain point, because otherwise they're going to leave. Also interesting thoughts from him how back at Google they try to decrease the gender gap, pay equity gap between women and men. Interesting approach. Don't want to steal the thunder. I'm not sure how much of that is public. Very thought-provoking people today. Leberecht from Silicon Valley, from a Frog executive, talking about that you have to be ugly and it has to be painful for people to really get involved, so they do something. Remember the example of IKEA being assembled, which, by the way, in Europe is not such a big problem in general, but in the US has a sticky image that it's a nightmare to get things done with IKEA. So very interesting speakers, very controversial editor from the Financial Times, no slides, saying that globalization is under attack in the area of Brexit, and how Fiona May has not been able to get new deals signed up for the UK, free trade deals, and how Donald Trump being president of the US is not helping free trade. Very thought-provoking for an enterprises sitting in the audience who need free trade, and to a business is global and tied to global. So I think it's very good. Give kudos to ADP, not to just having the rah speakers out there, but having people who are thought-provoking, saying different things than the mainstream speakers at HR events, and even questioning the whole business when people are there. So it's always good to have the contrarian view. So very good event from that perspective. The big product thing, which ADP spent a lot of time on, is Global Cloud Connect. ADP announced that first, or shared that first with the analyst community back, I think it was September in Pasadena at their analyst event. And it's this mythical, magical, sorry if I call it like this, end-to-end connect anything which needs to be connected in HR. And that number is massive. I had lunch today with international sports manufacturer, and they shared not a number that surprised me, that every month they have to run 500 interfaces. And it's being one right now, right? And ADP doesn't BPO offering, it's doing it for them, but to productize that, self-service that, make it friendly for an HR admin with some technical skills to connect these and make them run. That's the big promise of Global Cloud Connect. Very good presentations on that topic, showing the need, and overall very interesting. The total, if I counted right, 6 customers, live customers sharing what their challenges are, what their usage of ADP Global View, ADP eTime, other products is, what the challenges are. So very, very helpful for existing customers, and there were also some prospects at the event. So Global Cloud Connect supposed to ship early next year with beta drops and updates throughout the year. Very interesting. If you're in global HR, doing global HR operations, payroll, something definitely to watch. Then the big thing recently for ADP, check the blog post on that out, the acquisition of the Marcus Buckingham company. thought leaders, Marcus and talent management, especially engagement, and then around performance management, built some software from it, the stand-up product, which ADP plans to sell into its installed base, where it's going to push anyway to get talent management in there with Vantage HCM. And I think it's going to give, first of all, a visionary salesman with Thomas, whose presentation unfortunately missed because I came in late here 2 days ago, which is always interesting to look. Very energetic and very passionate about the topic of talent, performance, and engagement, and gives them a software asset also, which gives them a more frequent way to connect people with their software, right? Even traditional talent management, you don't touch it all that much, right? You open a requisition, you onboard someone, you go to a learning course. With the engagement surveys, with checking in every week or so, you get a higher frequency. Higher frequency gets more involvement. Higher frequency creates more stickiness. Very important. We'll see what ADP is going to do with the Marcus Buckingham company assets with Standout. And last but not least, my tweet personally, which I liked, thinking ahead from a technologist perspective, the head of the New York lab, Roberto Mazziero, was there sharing his vision where things are going. And analysts hate that, but I have to give him a thumbs up on pretty much everything which he was sharing and seeing. The future of the UI is no UI, powered by AI, by artificial intelligence. What that is meant is that it's chat-based, right? So you type into a chat something, you type into you speak to the phone, to the smartphone, or to the computer, which is even a natural way to communicate. Then the keyboard, which, hey, was invented for professional typists, and nobody, I think, will be listening to this. And tell me, anybody, contact me if you still know somebody who's typing for a living, who the keyboard layout was done. So totally straight on the mission. Also very interesting in machine learning, a huge impact, right? There's so much digital exhaust and SaaS software and software in general. Why do people still need to see every field on the screen? Pet peeve from my side. Progressive disclosure, only show people the fields they really need based on their usage. Get them back if they need them back. Hasn't happened so after that. Maybe ADP is going to do that. So very interesting things coming, as always, out of the innovation labs of ADP. So my overall point of view, a very good event, probably the best exclusive small-scale event I've been to from my almost 4 years HR analyst coverage side. Very interesting speakers, right? Today it was closed by Amar Clooney, asterisk the wife of George Clooney, civil rights activists, talking again about very thought-provoking things. So very well-rounded, very interesting speakers. That said, this from an analyst perspective who goes to these events all the time. So very well done for ADP, very positive for the customers. Great location, Barcelona, great hotel with the Hotel Arts. So it's time, really, everybody's anxiously waiting to see Global Cloud Connect in action, which we unfortunately have to wait almost for a year for about. So thank you for watching. Always did this way too long, had some time, but hope you were watching, appreciate it. This is Holger Mueller. Sorry, no bottom line anymore coming with Google Hangouts. Shame on Google. From Constellation Research, here is the logo. Reach me at Holger MU, that is HOLGERMU on Twitter. You'll find all my notes on Twitter for this event and any other event. This was, the hashtag was ADP ReThink. You'll find everything there. You'll find the Storyfy collection. You find my one slide update on SlideShare. So plenty of information out there. And if you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.